Alright, what's going on YouTube? It's Lewis here with another video. Today we're going to be reacting to the Samsung Galaxy G Fold. This is going to be Samsung's first triple screen phone. But I do want to take a second to talk about me being gone. I've been gone for a few weeks. If you're new to my channel, I just react to anything. Well, I'm starting to react to anything. Most of my channel is like me playing BeamNG, which I haven't played in about a month now. So yeah, these last few weeks has been rough, been real rough. But thing about me, I love technology. So when I seen this, I was like, okay, I gotta react to it. I gotta see what it's talking about. I hope that the battery is big enough to, for it to last long, because you got 3 screens, pretty much like a little tablet. You know what I'm saying? So it gotta power the whole phone. But we're gonna react to this. I'm probably gonna react to the Z Fold as well. I heard that just came out, so I'll just do both of them. But this triple screen phone is what got my attention at the moment. There's only one other triple screen phone in the world that's out, and it's in China, and that phone is like $6,000. So I don't know about y'all, but $6,000 for a phone is crazy. I mean, if I had it, I get it, no problem. Like I would, no problem. But I don't have it, so obviously I can't get it. But I know only 2 people in the world got it. Speed got it, and it's this other person that got it. But Speed, I remember when he had got it, I watched it. I was like, bro, that's crazy, bro. Like that phone is sick, bro. Like what I got now, I just got the a lower end phone, lower end Samsung. I had a Note, but it just stopped working. So I had to get something else real quick. But we're gonna go ahead and get into it. I ain't gonna hold y'all up no longer.
So the first look at Samsung's tri-fold smartphone, potentially called the Galaxy G Fold, has been leaked by none other than Samsung themselves. And trust me, this just put things to a whole new level. Let's get into it. What's up guys, Sal here. So we're less than a week out from Samsung's unpacked event, where we'll see the Fold 7, Flip 7 and the Watch 8. But it looks like Samsung has a one more thing moment coming. And honestly, this might just steal the entire show. So here's what happened. Android Authority found new animations hidden inside One UI 8, and they gave us our first look at the Galaxy G Fold. Visually, think of it like a Z Fold and a half. It's got 3 rear panels. The leftmost one houses the triple camera setup, which looks almost identical to the Fold 7's camera island. The middle panel holds the cover display, and the rightmost one just blank. No camera, no screen, nothing, just there to fold. Now technically this animation is meant to show where NFC is located, but whatever, that's not what matters here. What really matters is how this thing folds. Samsung clearly wants you not to fold the camera panel first. Why? Well, because the hinges aren't symmetrical. If you try to close the right side first, it won't fold flat. Worse, it could damage the display. So Samsung's baking in a warning system. Each time you try folding it wrong, it will vibrate and basically screams.
What?
The correct way, left side first, then the right. The unfolding animation also gives us a
Bro, that's hard, bro.
frame, which includes the volume rocker and power button with fingerprint scanner, just like the Z Fold. And yes, the inner display has a punch hole camera, same as the Fold 7. It's not the under display camera. Some people say they should ditch the inner camera entirely since there's already one on the cover screen. But honestly, I disagree. That inner camera still has its uses. Like you can use it in flex mode during video.
I want y'all to be in the comments like what y'all think. How much? My bad, y'all. Do y'all think the battery is gonna be like how many milliwatts you think the battery gonna be? Feel like I'm saying that wrong. I feel like the battery is gonna be powerful enough. I'll just say that. Like my words are coming together, so y'all gotta work with me. I didn't do no rehearsal or nothing like that. Like I just hit record and here I am. So I haven't did a video in a minute. So, but yeah, man, like this, I already want it. Like how much y'all think it's gonna be? That's what I was about to say. Okay, my memory's gonna be. How much y'all think it's gonna be? That's what I was gonna ask. I feel like it's gonna be at least I say at least like 330. I say at least 4,000. $4,000 at the most. I mean, they know if they go any higher than that, it's not gonna sell. Maybe the highest model. Cause I know you already know they're gonna have a little bit of storage. Then they're gonna have like 500, maybe even a terabyte of storage. So that one might be like 6,000. But for the one that don't got the most space, I'll say at least like 4,000. 4,000 at the most. Or it might be 3, just like the last one that opened up like a book. I still want that one as well. I might go for that one since this one coming out. It gonna make that one go down, and then I can just go for that one and see if I like it. Cause I only like the ones that open up like a tablet, like a book. Like if it don't open up like a book, I don't want it. I don't like the one that open up like the flip phone. I don't like that. That's ugly. Ugh. I don't like that. It's nice, but not for me. I don't like it. So, just in the comments, what y'all think it's gonna be? I think it's gonna be 4,000. Off rip.
It's pretty handy. Quick heads up though, Samsung's.
Imagine breaking one of the screens though. You drop it and one screen mess up. Now it ain't even cool no more. Now you just got the old, you know what I'm saying, like the one that opened up like a book. It ain't even a trifold no more. All right, we're gonna get into it.
$5,000 giveaway is almost coming to an end. All you gotta do is enter your name and email. No purchases, no catch. You'll also get a guaranteed $50 more if you decide to buy the new foldables or the watches. Takes like 10 seconds. Links in the description. Don't miss out. Now back to the G Fold. Samsung might not call it that officially. Internally, it's called Multi-Fold 7. Could be a code name, could be the final name, who knows. But G Fold does kind of make sense, and here's why. Unlike Huawei's Trifold, which folds in an S shape, this folds more like a G. And that's actually a better design, because when it's closed, all the displays are protected inside. Huawei's design leaves one screen exposed, and we all know how that went for earlier foldables. Everyone learned from the Z Fold's inward folding method, and Samsung just extending that logic. Of course, it's not perfect. One downside is that you can't use it in a partially folded state like Huawei's. It's either fully open or closed, no halfway multitasking.
That's hard, man.
Also, calling this a trifold is technically wrong. It only folds twice, but hey, the internet already committed to that name, so whatever. We'll roll with it. Now, in terms of specs, this animation doesn't give away much, but we've heard enough leaks to get a general idea. Reportedly, the G Fold will reuse the Fold 7's camera setup, so a 200 megapixel main, ultra wide, and 3x telephoto. According to Rossian, the outer screen is 6.5 inches and it unfolds into a massive 10-inch tablet. Basically, you get a normal smartphone experience when folded and a full-fledged tablet when needed. No strange aspect ratios, no half-baked in-between sizes, just the best of both worlds. A report from South Korea also notes that the battery size will be smaller than Huawei's 5600 mAh unit, though the exact number wasn't revealed. And the other thing,
so we don't know yet. I'm about to say, but it's about to die quick as hell.
It's gonna be.
It's gonna be over that. I believe it. It's gonna be over that.
Thicker and heavier than your average foldable. For comparison, Huawei's Trifold weighs.
See, that's the one from Japan, China.
Grams.
There you go. That's the one right there from China, man. I still want that one, just how it looked with the gold bezels and shit. Like that shit hard.
It is 12 millimeters thick, which honestly isn't terrible for a device with that much going on. If Samsung can hit something close to that.
If they got a triple screen already, Samsung, my bad, I'm tired. I see it right there, so I don't. Hopefully, I'm not wrong. But
I'd be both surprised and impressed. Now, for the painful part, the price. No official numbers yet, but expect something north of $2,500. First gen device, limited markets, it's not gonna be cheap. So when are we gonna actually see this thing? Korean media says Samsung will tease the Galaxy G Fold at the same event as the Z Fold 7. If I had to bet, they'll drop it as a one last thing teaser, just like they did with the S25 Edge, maybe even give hands-on access to a few people. But the full launch, likely later this year. Either way, I'm pumped. If Samsung nails the weight, balance,
I do need a new phone, bro. I need another phone.
In foldables since the original Fold. Alright, that's it for the G Fold. But
alright, so like I said again, I'm tired. I just got off work, so I feel like I haven't said nothing wrong yet. But if I did, my bad. Let me see here. We're gonna look at the Z Fold. We're gonna look at this. Wait, no. Let me look at the introduction. I know we're not on 6. I'm about to fix it. Didn't they have a? They just had an event. Hold on, is that it? All right, we're gonna look at this. I love that color already. Okay, wait, let's look at the flip too. Wait, hold on, wait. Did I watch the wrong video? Hey, I promise y'all I'm not drunk or high or anything. I'm just tired.
There's an amazing restaurant going global soon. But also, you're a very creative person. Now, efficiency must be huge for you.
Oh, absolutely.
But okay, key question. What does the Z Fold 7 mean to you? Welcome to this week's episode. Should we
Alright, now we're gonna look at Marquise.
Caramel. Cookies. Enjoy it. Talenti. Raise the jar.
And there are actual, meaningful hardware updates this time. So, talk, I guess. So welcome to your hands-on and first look at the latest generation of foldables from
Ugly.
Samsung. Now, most of my thoughts here are going to be on the Fold, the big one, because Samsung has made some actually noticeable changes to a lot of this phone, and it's kind of going to hit one of either two ways. One, if you're not really in the phone world very much, in which case, hi, welcome to a phone video. This is going to be amazing because it's a brand new, super thin, ultralight foldable phone. Super cool. If you are in the phone world, though, and you've seen a lot of these videos before, and you see what the other companies overseas are doing with their ultra thin foldables, then it's going to feel like, Samsung's catching up. Either way you slice it, it is a big difference with the Fold 7. They've made it way thinner and way lighter. Each side, unfolded, is a little over 4 millimeters, and so the whole thing closed is only 8.9 millimeters this time, and they've worked on simplifying and strengthening and thinning up the components on the inside, so the hinge, the chassis, etc. So the whole thing weighs 215 grams. That's actually lighter than an S25 Ultra, and all of this is in the spirit of being a much more usable slab phone when it's closed. So the difference versus last year of just holding the phone and using it closed is very noticeable. It's barely thicker than a USB Type-C port on each side. The buttons and the fingerprint reader are literally thinner to fit on the rail. I've talked about other foldables in the past being more usable.
They need to fix this though. Hold on. Yeah, they need to make that slimmer. That's what they need. I don't know why they ain't just go with the flush design to where it can just be flush with the body. You know what I'm saying? Like, even on mine, you can see that they just got these bumps sticking out. Like when I be typing, like on a certain surface, my phone just be rocking back and forth. So I feel like if they'll just make it flush with the phone, this would be perfect. A perfect design. Very, very perfect. So
literally,
that's probably the only thing really that I don't like is how the camera's just out like that.
Thinner to fit on the rail. I've talked about other foldables in the past being more usable while they're closed because of different aspect ratios and different size choices, but I am loving this new Folds form factor because when it does unfold, it still unfolds into one of the biggest tablets you can fit in your pocket. 8 inches now, corner to corner. So they've made everything about it folded better, and they've also improved the full-size open usage as well. Plus, it's running One UI 8 on Android 16 out the box, so all the improvements that the latest version of Android has to make big screen multitasking and multi-window better will all be here. In the wide world of foldables, there's different reasons why you might choose different foldables. Some are shorter and squatter, so they're more reachable and better closed, but not as good open. Some are taller and thinner, so not as good closed, but when you open it, the screen's way bigger. This update from Samsung made it better at both closed and open usage. That's sick. So then on the theme of hardware improvements, one of the challenges for these foldables, because they're so thin on each side, is they never quite have room for flagship cameras. And with this Fold 7, that's still kind of true, but the gap is way closer because they have put in the S25 Ultra's main 200 megapixel camera in the new Fold. The glass and optics around it are slightly thinner to make it fit, but that is essentially a true flagship camera and all the pixel peeping benefits that come with it on a Fold. I've loved this camera for months now. Now the 12 megapixel ultra wide and the 10 megapixel 3x telephoto are also still smaller than flagship size, so it's not fully on the level of a slab phone camera system. But to be fair, those are lesser used cameras and the majority of your photos are going to come from the primary camera, so all of those are going to look better. The only downside really being that this camera, I think now is going to have to take my trophy for the most I've ever seen a phone rock on a table.
See, I just called it out. I just called it, bro. I just called it. They should have had it flush with the body. I don't like I said, look, I don't know everything that goes into phones, like, you know, with getting everything to fit and stuff like that. But I feel like they should have just had it flush with the flush with the body. You know what I'm saying? So we won't have to rock it. You know, so now I have to go out and buy a case just to prevent this from happening. So, but I mean, if you're paying $2,000 for a phone, I mean, the case should just come with it, in my opinion, man. 'Cause I already know this is like over $2,000. Like, I don't even gotta look at the price, for real.
With no case on it. This one is absolutely diabolical. There's also an improved, slightly wider angle 10 megapixel selfie camera in the inside screen as well. It's good news in the camera department. But speaking of the inside of this phone, there's also now the Snapdragon 8 Elite for Galaxy chip inside. And fun fact, and I don't know if this is true, but I think it is, the Snapdragon 8 Elite for Galaxy, the special version of their chip, sells so much volume that I think it actually outsells all of the standard Snapdragon 8 Elites, which kind of makes the Snapdragon 8 Elite for Galaxy the standard chip because there's more of them.
Imagine being able to build anything just by thinking about it. Meet Base 44.
Probably means nothing, but it was entertaining to me. But performance-wise, as you'd expect with the limited time I've gotten to play with this thing, it's pretty great. Very smooth. 12 gigs of RAM alongside that chip too, since this is a phone you expect to multitask on, and the 1TB version actually gets 16 gigs of RAM. So all the Galaxy AI tools, whether you use them a tiny bit once in a while or use them all the time, they're all fast, and they're all ideally improving over time. Samsung's actually talked a big game about their image editor getting even better with background object removal, which is kind of crazy considering how much better they already are than some of the competition. But it isn't all perfect though. I've clocked 3 downgrades with this new generation. And I'll do them in order of how big of a deal I think they are. So first of all, the smallest deal, they removed S Pen support. So the last one actually supported the S Pen. This one doesn't. You know, I guess they kind of had a fork in the road where they could either double down on it and, you know, even give a slot in the phone to keep the S Pen, and hopefully that would be the thing that people loved about it, or they could see that people really weren't using the feature very much, and so they took away the digitizer and made that part of the screen, the UTG, actually a little thicker, and just done away with it. I think that's going to anger some people on YouTube because we're the ones that like that feature, but in general, most people didn't use it, so it's gone. But then the second, the medium deal, is the price went up by $100 for the base price. So it was $18.99, now it's $19.99 base. It was already expensive, now it's even more expensive. The ultra cameras and the thinner design and everything this year, $2,000 to get a foldable. Now it's not a downgrade, it's actually the same exact size as last year. It's a 4,400 milliamp hour battery. And again, for those of you just in Samsung world, that feels about right. Like, it can't possibly have the same size battery as the flagship since it has to split it in half and put a hinge in the middle. So, okay, 4,400 feels about right. But with a $2,000 phone, I just feel the need to at least point out that silicon carbon batteries do exist, and Samsung has been notoriously safe for the past few years about improving their batteries. So it feels like they're leaving something on the table here by not doing silicon carbon. Just for some context, just so you know, this is the Honor Magic V5. It's coming out not even in the US. This is a phone you might not have heard of if you're not in this world, but this phone is even thinner than Samsung's. It's about the same weight, and it has a 5,820 milliamp hour battery, thanks to it being silicon carbon. Fast charging and everything.
Wow.
It's a big difference versus 4400. So if you are the type to use a phone like a power user, which if you're spending this much money on a phone, let's face it, you probably are. Or if you use the phone a lot open with this big 8-inch display, you're probably thinking a lot about battery life. So it is kind of a bummer to see Samsung still playing it so safe in that department. Maybe they'll get on the train soon. Who knows? Now the Z Flip 7 also did make some interesting changes. Potentially 2 steps forward, 1 step back. Depends on how this goes. So this is the smaller, cheaper, hamburger-style flipping phone. It is the same
Dang, they got the whole
starting price as last year.
You could tell I haven't seen this one in a while. Let me go back. I just realized they got the whole front is the screen. That's crazy, bro. Like last time I seen it, the screen stopped like right here. If I'm not mistaken, it was either right here, like from here. No, it was like from here to here. Like it was just a little window. But now they got this whole thing. That's hard. That's hard. Even though I don't like it, you know, the little flip phone design and stuff like that, but it's hard. I like it, but I wouldn't get it though. But it's nice.
Smaller, cheaper, hamburger-style flipping phone. It is the same $1099 starting price as last year, but you'll notice everything is bigger, which at first was a little concerning because the Z Flip is like one of the last small phones, but then you open it and it's a big phone, so maybe it doesn't matter. But I'll start on the inside because it's pretty simple. It's gone from 6.7 to 6.9 inches diagonally, so now it feels like a proper large flagship slab phone when you're using it unfolded. Obviously everything benefits from it being bigger, watching videos, taking pictures, and of course they fit a bigger battery in there too, up to 4,300 from 4,000. No surprise here. But then they also took advantage of the larger frame to make the cover display closed way more usable as well. And this has been a trend with the past few years with this Flip. But this year they finally did the thing. They just went full corner to corner, just like the Razr. So those camera rings are just cutouts through the screen now. Now it's a 4.1 inch edge-to-edge cover display, and it's even brighter and 120 hertz now too. So this phone is more usable than ever while it's closed. Maybe you want to triage those notifications or flip through some widgets or even take selfies with the main camera, as many people do. It's all better than ever before. Once again, a pretty impressive hardware win-win. It's better closed and better open with the same update, and doesn't feel too big or unwieldy. But then the slightly possibly concerning update is they've gone back from a Snapdragon chip to an Exynos chip in this phone. So last Flip was a Snapdragon.
I gotta get educated on my chips. I'm just shaking my head. I don't know that good, bad, you know what I'm saying? But I'll do some research on it.
Snapdragon 8 Gen 3. This one is the Exynos 2500 in the Flip 7. Now I don't think it's a bad chip. I just don't think that it's as good as the Snapdragon 8 Elite is right now with the combination of peak performance and power efficiency. But apparently this is something to keep an eye on, because this could be a preview of the S26. Allegedly, Samsung may be looking to switch fully back to Exynos for everything across the board. That's a rumor that's been floating, that it may be a 2nm processor and possibly leveling up performance for that, but...
Life insurance. Priced for you.
We'll see. But as of right now, that's the story for the Fold 7 and Flip 7. Now, I'm publishing this the day of Samsung's Unpacked, so their event is going to have some other stuff announced as well. The Watch 8 is one of them, and I'm loving the circular design, but it also actually has a new feature to measure toxins in your body through your skin in the form of an antioxidant index. So you actually have to take the watch off and measure it through your thumb, and then it can tell you if you've been drinking enough or if your diet has been trash, I guess. There's also a Flip 7 FE Fan Edition, which is essentially a Flip 6 with an Exynos 2400 for $899. But let me know if you want anything else from that event covered. I'll be watching it just the same as you guys. And also shout out to Ridge, partner and channel sponsor, who is running a huge summer sale right now. So if you flip over to ridge.com/mkbhd.
Alright, y'all, I appreciate y'all for watching the video. So I pretty much reacted to the G Fold, the Z Fold, and the Flip 7. I didn't watch the event. I don't even know if it's over. Like I said, I've been in my head just trying to get through life and stuff like that. So all this is new to me. But I hope you appreciate the video. I'm gonna try to push out one more video, right? If I don't fall asleep, I still got to edit this one and all that. But it really don't need that much editing. I don't even know why I'm talking. Like for real, probably put some background music. But I'll probably try to look up a video on the watches. Cause I do like watches as well. I was about to buy one, but I just couldn't. The job I was at, I couldn't wear it, so it was just gonna be sitting at home. But I got a new job now. I could wear it, so I'm thinking about getting it. But it might not be the new one, so it'll probably be like an older one, just to see if I like it. And then if I love it, I might just save my money up, get a newer watch. But I think I need to get a new phone first. I don't even know if it's gonna work with this phone. So this is the A7. So I don't even know if it's gonna work. So maybe I should get a new phone first. But I appreciate y'all for checking out the video. Leave a comment down below if I can do something better to make my videos better, or maybe you want the screen smaller or whatever. Just let me know in the comments. So I appreciate y'all. Bye.